Would you rather be chased by a relentless poltergeist for a week, or have to survive a night in a forest inhabited by skinwalkers?
Can
I
they
guess
kill
if it's
you?
I think if it's a relentless one, they also like throw you around.
Ragdoll me,
Yeah.
daddy.
There it is. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Drip podcast. I'm joined by Scott and Maya. We've got something. That's it. Best combo. No, it's not necessarily. Well, tell you what. No, don't tell us.
Oh,
Don't you dare. Don't comment down below.
I'm not in that. I will cry for the rest
No,
of my
because
life.
what'll happen is they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's the ones that you're not in, Jordan." They'll be like, "Oh, that's it."
Oh,
No, don't tell us. Don't tell us.
we all
is
know
this
it's
the
the one
is this the
time in.
first podcast? Is this the first drip pod without Lozzie?
No, because the first one, Rendlesham
Oh, yeah,
Forest
of
didn't have
course.
Lozzie. We had
Yeah.
Ronnie instead.
Good point.
Yeah, so no Lozzie. He might join shortly, but time is of the essence. So I wanted to get this recorded. Bailey isn't free, unfortunately. But yeah, so this is a Would You Rather Paranormal edition. So basically, Scott has two Would You Rathers, and then we will choose between them and give our rationale. I think we just jump straight into it. Scott, what is the first Would You Rather Paranormal edition?
So the first one is fairly tame. We've got: would you rather spend a night alone in a haunted house, or explore a creepy cemetery at midnight?
So would you rather... What was the first one? Explore and
Spend a night alone in a haunted house.
Right, okay. Alone in a haunted house or midnight in a
explore creepy
cemetery?
But with
I s-
people,
I take the cemetery one as being with people, yeah.
then the cemetery.
The cemetery,
No
most definitely. Having
There's nothing
been
worse. Yeah.
in a haunted location alone, I can't tell you.
What was
Just-
that? You never mentioned it.
It's the most traumatic experience of my fucking life. And if
Yeah,
they ever
It-
make
yeah,
a
it
movie
looked-
about my life, that'll be the opening act.
That's the trailer.
So you're probably wondering how I got here.
Yeah. Oh.
That was
Yeah, no.
that was me.
Even like 30 East Drive, where everyone was just asleep and I was walking around by myself,
Yeah.
that was enough. Like, there's no way I'm at a haunted house by myself.
No.
And it doesn't state the time period, but I assume a normal investigation length time period at a haunted house by yourself. No way.
No.
I mean, I spent a small period of time by myself at the Ancient Ram Inn, and I
did.
thought my heart was going to give out.
Yeah, and we were just sat outside in the car park.
Well,
In fairness, I thought you were leaving.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay,
for
I'll
a
give you
period,
that.
it was the most evil prank. Honestly,
Bailey
that was,
had never done
I
it.
was
bad.
honestly, I was debating just never coming back.
you know, like what Sam Pepper did to Sam and Colby.
Yeah,
This is like same level as that.
Yeah.
That was bad, and he got cancelled for that.
that's
so.
it. So, yeah, cemetery. Again, let us know in the comments. Cemeteries, can't really investigate them, can you? It's a bit of a taboo, I guess.
Unless they're like an
I don't
old
know.
cemetery where like people don't have alive relatives anymore, or like alive direct descendants
Hang on a minute.
anymore.
Living relatives in a cemetery.
Ooh.
No, as in
No, I know you, Mum.
no, as in they
Yeah, there's
the
no
people that
living-
are buried
yeah,
there don't
yeah.
have living relatives, but
Yeah.
you can have living relatives, but I think it's living direct descendants, so like children, parents,
Okay.
grandchildren.
So it
I think once it
discontinued
goes
in the
past
1800s.
that- Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's
Discontinued the
kinda-
right word.
Yeah.
Non-frequented
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the word I would use.
But yeah, I would
Kind of
say
like-
cemetery.
Kind of
Yeah.
like the one you went to. Was it Cold Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
One that's very not in use, is
Yeah.
very much an ancient, almost abandoned.
Absolutely. I think that's fair
Mm.
because I think it's still teetering on disrespectful potentially. Because it's just, but then how is it any more or less disrespectful than anything else that paranormal people do? You're trying to contact the dead. But I think like I would personally
Which is a
be
sin.
pissed off if I was watching, let's say Sam and Colby for example, and they were doing a ghost hunt on my nan's grave. I'd be like,
Yeah.
this is a bit rude. So I don't think. Yeah, I think non-frequented.
And then they're just on the
cemeteries.
Ouija board, and they're like, "Oh, I think we're in contact with someone what is spelling something out," and it just spells out, "My, you stink," and you're like, "Nah, Jesus Christ."
Maya's my least favourite grandchild. End of
Oh, that's
episode.
Right.
it.
Right, this
That's
isn't funny
it.
anymore.
And then Sam and Kobe like, "I wonder who Maya is. Oh my god."
They pronounced it wrong.
No, they're fine. I like Sam and Colby. Leave it out. I know that their
We love
fans
Sam
are
Colby on this
rabid,
channel.
rabid animals.
We absolutely
Yeah.
do love Sam and Colby on
Yeah,
this
no,
channel.
we do watch their investigations and that. I do think
Oh,
it's a shame that they focus so much on those clicky people when they went to what was
Yeah.
it? The
Conjuring
Conjuring
House.
House. But
But
anyway,
the thing is,
here's what it is.
they've addressed that as much as anyone else has. You know, I can very much see how they got swept up in the moment. Like,
Yeah, of course.
I think anyone would,
It's just a shame.
because they are, you know, they're professionals. They know how to get people involved in the same way that all mediums do, in a sense. But
Yeah.
you know, they've addressed it and they tried to resolve it.
And for what it's worth, the two individuals, Clicky McClick feet, they are still adamant that it's real. So, you know, and there's been no scientific proof to disprove them, although a lot of people have figured out potentially what they're doing. But anyway, respect to the paranormal industry. Exactly.
So, number 2.
Yeah.
Uh, would you rather be able to communicate with ghosts but never able to see them, or see ghosts but never able to communicate with them?
That's a really interesting one.
Hmm.
Because I feel like if you can't communicate with a ghost, then basically you're just gonna get terrorized. Do you know? Because you're just gonna like imagine like, you know, I'm just chilling right now, and then there's just like a fucking ghost of an old woman in the corner of my room just crying, and I can't go like, can you please stop that, because it is horrifying. You know, they'll just keep doing it. Whereas if you can hear them, I guess, or communicate with like Ouija boards or whatever, you can kind of have a two-way conversation. But seeing them would be pretty fucking cool. But it would also suck.
Being able to just hear them, I assume, is what communicate with them is. Having a conversation. Is that not just a medium? And no one, you know, there's a very large amount of people in the world that don't believe in mediums. So you're gonna have that knowledge that what you're hearing is real, but no one will ever believe you.
But it's the same with seeing, because presumably presumably only you can see them.
That's what I was going to say. Do we think it's only you can see and hear them?
I see dead people. That would suck. I think they'd both suck.
Yeah.
Because you would have a lot of people that would be like, "You're a fraud, stop it." And then you'd also, I guess it's just for yourself, isn't it? I would rather be able to hit. I would rather be able to communicate, because I don't want to see shit that I can't tell to stop doing stuff or go away.
Or ask why they're there, or try and help, or anything.
I feel like if you can hear them, you can sort of... As much as I don't personally like psychics, I think some people find them very beneficial.
Jesus.
I don't even disbelieve them, I just don't like them.
Yeah, but that makes it worse. That's almost
I
like,
feel like, you know,
I believe that you could do what you say, but I think you're a prick. It's like, whoa, what the fuck did I do?
Yeah,
just because you can't bend spoons, Scott, don't get jealous.
I feel like, you know, being able to speak to someone, being able to speak to spirits would be much better, because you could do something with that.
Yeah, you could be like,
just
slam that door.
Yeah, you can talk to them, get them to do things, but you can also pass on messages. If you can just see them, it's just, there's a dude in the corner. Don't know who he is.
And Maya, nice little treadmill there. Not for this episode, but yeah, you can become a detective. Next week, I'm locking it in right now because I've been promising it for too long. Next week, mediums that have helped solve cases. That's what we're going to do
Oh, yeah,
next
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
I've already looked into a few of the cases today on my lunch break. I had a little browse. There's a couple of cases that are quite interesting. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a really cool episode. Anyway,
Is there a TV show where that is the storyline?
yeah, no, yeah.
What
There's
is it?
literally. Oh, sorry, I don't know about TV shows. There's like reality shows or like crime series where
Yeah.
it's on like 5-star, where it's like psychics that help solve crimes. And
Oh,
then
I
it's
think
just sort
I
of like a
might be thinking
medium being
about-
like, I think the murderer dropped a knife over here in this bush. And then there's a knife. It's like, whoa, bro. Holy shit.
Is it Ghost Whisperer? Is she a detective?
I think so.
That
Something like
sounds like a thing.
Yeah. Anyway.
There's also a show literally called Medium, which I believe is along those lines. Could be completely wrong, but it was called Medium. So you'd like to think there's probably along that
Yeah.
line. But yeah.
I think what I'm getting confused with is Dexter because
Oh yeah, no.
obviously
Dexter's a serial killer who is also
Yeah.
a blood spatter analyst.
Yeah.
Analyst.
exactly, and
I
that's
wanna
how
say-
he figures it out.
Yeah. I want to say there's a show called Psych as well, where he's a fake psychic who's actually just really good at reading people.
Oh no,
Ah.
that is. It's not called Psych. It's I think it's called Mind. I don't know. I think I know which one you mean, but you could also there
I think
could be
there's
also be
there's a
another
couple
show.
similar. I think you
Yeah.
might be talking about The Mentalist.
The Mentalist.
Ah,
No,
The Mentalist. I love The Mentalist.
am I? I don't know anymore.
There's lots of shows where
There
that's,
is.
that
Hang on.
premise
No,
is
I
Yeah.
think
covered.
you might be right. Is it like a blonde dude?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
with
The
like curly
Mentalist
hair.
then. So what's the one
Yeah.
on Netflix that is about the like origin of psychology in the FBI?
Ooh.
Mindhunter. Sorry. Anyway,
Ah.
So
Jesus.
many shows. I mean, I guess with detective
show.
shows, there is a limited number of storylines, so
Yeah.
they've kind of probably all been explored.
Innit?
Mhm.
But for this, I would rather be able to communicate than see.
Yeah.
Because I feel
Same.
like seeing them is just a curse, in all honesty.
Yeah.
That is torture.
Yeah.
Yeah, massively, because you're just constantly going to be jump scared everywhere you go.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. Or like, you'll just be, I don't know, you'll hold a door open for someone and you'll be like, they don't say anything. And you're like, wow,
Yeah.
thank you. And it turns out it's actually a dead person that's just walked
And
past.
then
You're like, oh.
You look mental.
And then you look crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, so for that
Um,
reason alone, I wouldn't choose that. For embarrassing myself in
that's it.
public.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
Number 3.
Yes.
Would you rather spend a year living in a town known for its UFO sightings
Oh.
or in a town known for its werewolf sightings?
UFOs.
UFOs.
I feel like UFOs
Werewolves.
is the safer option.
Yeah. But werewolves just don't do it for me, man.
No, me neither. I find them quite cringe.
Oh,
I feel like they're too.
I didn't mean to
The thing
slander
with
a
werewolves
whole
is, I think they're too
race of animals.
fictionalized.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, I'm not being funny. There's the thing with them being fictionalized is there's also no TV show or movie where they're the better one. You know, Team Edward all day.
Team, what's his name? Joshua.
Jacob.
Jacob.
There's no way. No
I
one's
answered that
Team
far
Jacob.
too quickly.
No
You
one's
did.
Team Jacob. And if you
I am.
are,
I'm Team Jacob.
fucking liar.
I'm Team Jacob.
In
No,
the, in the
there's no way you're
comments,
Team
Team
Jacob.
Jacob or Team Edward.
Team Edward.
Oh.
Team Robert Pattinson. Don't start with
Oh.
me. And then like you got like Vampire Diary. The vampires are always cooler.
But
Just
what
no
about
question
Team? What
about
about
it.
Team Wolf?
Never watched it.
Oh,
Basketball.
Basketball.
He's a basketball player, isn't he?
Who?
I think that was the movie. I think
Oh,
the TV
right.
show was lacrosse.
Oh, right. Nice.
Who?
Teen Wolf.
Team
Oh.
Wolf.
Yeah, he
No,
like
so not-
uses his werewolf powers to slam dunk and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
that's
he's cool.
innit?
'Cause
That's
he's
cool, innit? Sounds it.
The
Especially
slander.
when they made it lacrosse. That made it more cool.
Whoa.
Find me
Don't be
one cool
offensive to-
lacrosse player.
Oh.
Lacrosse is badass.
Is it?
No. So I would say UFOs for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
UFOs
have to
are
agree.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's UFOs specifically, not aliens. But
Yeah.
still,
Still cool.
Yeah, it still wins.
Look
you're right.
up, see some beams. That'd be cool. Okay, what's the next one?
Would you rather? This one's fairly long. Would you rather have the ability to travel? Would you rather have the ability to time travel but risk encountering malevolent spirits in the past,
Oh.
or be able to teleport, but never know where you'll end up in the spirit world?
Hang on, wait. Right, so we're teleporting, but what? So we're teleporting to the spirit world.
I think so. Yeah.
Right.
The time travel one.
Time travel,
But
and you kind of that's pretty cool because you kind of become like you're basically Doctor Who because you're going around time, but it's not
That's
just
true.
boring like normal life. There is actually like enemies.
Well, it's like it poses the question. You know, like the ghost that we tend to see in our generation is like 1800s. I wonder if you travel back to the 1800s, what era of ghosts they see. Do they see 1800s ghosts as well, or do they see 1600s? And then if you keep going, does
200-year
one era?
cycle
Yeah, potentially.
Quite
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because it had to have started from somewhere, because people before the 1800s couldn't have had 1800s ghosts.
That is very true.
Yeah.
I didn't
Maybe
consider
they
that.
just all
Were there
Romans.
caveman ghosts at one point?
Because like you don't hear a lot about modern day ghosts. I think we've sort of had this before. You hear some, but there is kind of a time period, which makes me wonder: do ghosts have an expiration sort of?
Yeah.
I
You know,
mean,
are they at their strongest for a certain period?
yeah, I mean, obviously, this, no one knows about the other side. Lozzie has just joined us as I'm about to make an incredible speech. No. So basically, you're saying, like, if ghosts have an expiration, and we as humans have an expiration, and if there is the other side, who is to say that being a ghost or being a spirit is eternal? It could have an expiry just like a human does as energy wanes.
True.
So maybe they're like Santa in the movies where the less people that believe in him, the weaker he becomes. So as a spirit, the less people that remember you, your energy diminishes until you no longer...
Is the storyline of the Disney film Coco, and if you haven't seen it, it's very sad, so go watch it. But that's the thing.
There you go.
If
I
no
should be
one,
a Disney
like,
writer.
I think it might be based in Mexican culture. I'm
think
not
it is,
100%
yeah.
sure, but they will always keep pictures of deceased relatives up forever for all generations because they believe that when you stop remembering them, their ghost dies. So that is actually a thing.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
That's a Macklemore quote as well.
Macklemore.
The inspirational.
Yeah. I don't remember the exact
and
quote, but there's a quote to that effect.
philosopher.
Yeah, I remember it.
I heard you die twice.
Actually, I'm not gonna. No, yeah, I'm not gonna make that joke. Anyway, what was the would you rather?
So it was: would you rather have the ability to travel in time, but risk encountering malevolent spirits in the past, or be able to teleport but never know where you'll end up in the spirit world?
First one.
See now,
Yeah, the
if
first one.
they didn't have the spirit world at the end of it, which just threw me completely, I still wouldn't do it anyway. But yeah,
risk.
time travel with an arch nemesis, basically, be Doctor Who.
The only benefit of teleportation is knowing where you're going.
Yeah.
So if you just randomly teleport, you don't even know where you're going to end up, and it might not even be in your own realm.
Yeah.
Definitely not. That sounds awful.
There's a guarantee that at some point I will do that random teleport and I'll appear in front of a bus.
Yeah.
Or at the bottom of the sea.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just get
in
crushed
the spirit
instantly.
Oh,
Can you just instantly teleport again?
That's true.
Yeah.
Until you get something you like.
You teleport deeper.
Keep going.
It keeps getting worse.
Just a question on the subject of time travel.
Mm-hmm.
If you could go anywhere in time, where would you go?
Oof.
I know this is not very paranormal related, but it got brought up.
It is. Time travel's paranormal.
I'm slipping.
Where would
there.
I go?
Oh yeah.
I would be intrigued. I don't want this to be. I do not intend this to be inflammatory. I would be intrigued to go back and see the legitimacy of Jesus Christ,
Ooh,
just to see if he
that's
was
a
just a
good
bit
one.
more switched on swindler, or if he was actually actually the son of Jesus, a son of Christ, fucking hell, the son of God, healing people and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a really good one.
What would you do if he was just a snake oil salesman?
Literally, yeah. He's just like, oh, I can detach my... Whoa! Just detaches his thumb.
I mean, what would you do? What would you do if you go back to see Jesus? There is no Jesus, and then you become Jesus.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Paradox
Are
begins
you
again.
sorry, are you trying to imply that my life could be how Game of Thrones should have gone? Because we're going to go there now, because you just reminded me. Because the best storyline that wasn't in Game of Thrones was the reason that the Night King wanted to kill Bran is because
Spoiler
Bran...
alert, by the way.
Well, it's not a
If
spoiler.
you haven't said it by now.
It didn't happen.
All right, spoilers, the Night King didn't kill Bran. But the
That's a spoiler.
what, because something that
There's
doesn't happen is not a spoiler.
Technically it is.
Well, basically, the point being, the best thing that could happen to Game of Thrones is that the Night King turned out to be Bran, because Bran went back in time, walked into the person who is being created into the Night King, gets trapped in that body, and he just wanted to kill himself to stop himself from becoming the Night King, and that should have been unveiled in the fight between Jon Snow and the Night King, because Jon Snow would be fighting his own brother, but instead we didn't get that fight and we didn't get that storyline because the two writers are dickheads. But anyway, if you're now saying that I go back in time to see what Jesus Christ is about and then become Jesus Christ, I'm all in.
Yeah. You go back in time, there is no Jesus, and then you take the place of Jesus.
Mind
become
you, hang
Jesus.
on, wait, that means I've got to get crucified.
Then you come back to life again.
Right.
You do rise from the dead.
That's true.
You can also rewrite history, so you can just kind of like pick and choose the bits that you want to do.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how blasphemous is this conversation?
So much.
Of 10.
Yeah.
I think we're already going to hell anyway.
If this is upsetting you, I do apologise.
I mean, we have spoken about demons. I'd say
Yeah, if you've got
We've
this,
spoken
Spoken
at
to
least-
demons.
30% of this podcast is dedicated to demons.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's pretty cool actually. That's a pretty cool plot twist.
So, okay, where in history? Probably the Wild
Bible
West. I feel
times.
like
No, yeah,
I'd have to go to the
I
Wild
knew that would
West.
be your answer. To be fair,
With the cowboy snapback or without?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
he'd take that back in time with him to show everyone in the Wild West what a cowboy snapback is, and then be
Look
like,
what I've just created.
And immediately get shot.
Ah, all right. Let's do the same for you then, Scott. What if you went back a week earlier than you maybe realised when the cowboy hat was invented, and you went back with a cowboy hat snapback, which gave them the inspiration to create the cowboy hat?
I'm on board.
There you go.
Like it.
it's arguably no.
Is a cowboy hat called a Stetson, or is that a different type of hat?
I think that's a make.
Ah, right. I was going to say you could go back in time, and then it's called the Scotsman.
Oh, well, I'm on board. I'm in.
Yeah. Where would you go, Mike? Sick.
I would like to experience the Gatsby era.
The 20s.
Mm.
I
The
see.
roaring
Interesting.
20s. Have a little part, have a little boogie.
Nice.
That's what I'd do.
Excellent. Lozzie, where would you go?
Few stipulations or questions I've got.
Oh,
Can I die?
Yes.
Okay. Right, I'll change my answer then.
What was the answer going to be if it
I was going to
wasn't?
say I'd just like to see what it was like on like the Western Front.
Okay.
Just not for banter, just to see what was going on, how horrific it was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, I guess I don't want to make this all about me, but I'd maybe go back to the day I was born and just
Jesus.
see how different it could have been. And the reason that the reason why I asked the question is not to get too deep on everyone in this podcast, but I nearly died when I was born, so that's why I asked if can I die, because if I go back in time, then I do die 30 seconds after mum's given birth. Shit choice, isn't it?
So what happened?
I just weren't breathing.
Same. I weren't
Same.
breathing for the first like X amount of minutes. I want to say 20, but that seems far too long.
I think you'd be dead.
Yeah, I
think
think
I
it
was,
was
though.
like a couple of minutes.
Yeah. Scott,
Yeah,
were
I
you
came
breathing?
out blue.
I don't know. I
Find
was
out.
premature.
All right, let's just. Yeah, Scott weren't breathing either. None of us were breathing.
But
That's
the
And that's why we
chances-
like ghosts.
That's
None
it.
of us have ever had a unique experience.
Yeah.
Mate,
Not
we're
even
fucking
being
all
dead as a
ghosts.
baby.
Yeah, we've all been dead. That's pretty cool.
Oh my god, maybe that's why we all have a little bit of fascination with the with ghosties.
Yeah.
We've all been dead before.
Wow.
There we go.
Jesus.
That's pretty cool.
What
So,
a flex.
Number 5.
Okay, number 5.
Would you rather be chased by a relentless poltergeist for a week,
Okay.
or have to survive a night in a forest inhabited by skinwalkers?
Ah,
Right,
poltergeist
hang
for a
on,
week.
hang on. Right, so poltergeists, they just sort of like throw shit around, don't they?
Yeah,
Can
but
they
I guess
kill
it's
you?
I think if it's a relentless one, they also like throw you around and
Okay.
Buy
I
me a
just feel
drink
like if
first,
surviving a night with skinwalkers, you're gonna die.
Ragdoll me,
Yeah.
daddy.
There it is. There it is. We'll see you next week.
That's it.
I know what one I'm picking.
I think it's gonna have to be sucks, but a week of poltergeist activity,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
because a night with skinwalkers, plural.
Oh,
I think you're just effed.
yeah.
yeah.
I think you've
Skinwalkers
got-
are like the only thing that I can't watch videos on because they terrify me. Like,
Yeah.
I'll watch a ghost video on TikTok every time it pops up, but the second anyone starts talking about skinwalkers, I'm out.
Yeah,
They are horrid.
and it is pretty grim. It is pretty grim. But yeah, poltergeist faux show.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I think we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, would you rather have the power to summon spirits to help you solve mysteries, or have the power to banish evil entities from haunted locations?
Oh mate, I'm
Oh.
summoning spirits all day. That's nuts. So what to help you solve mysteries?
Yeah. Essentially
Right.
become a ghost detective.
Yeah,
So sick. Yeah, definitely.
that's fucking sick. A bit cheating
When the-
though, isn't it? It's sort of like, oh, how are we going to crack this case? Like, I'll just summon the murder victim and ask him,
Yeah.
and then they'll be like, oh yeah, you can do that, prick. All right, go on then.
Suddenly there's no need for a detective. Like,
Yeah,
all the detectives have been laid off because you're just there going, right, done, next.
yeah. 50 grand a pop. 50 grand a
Oof.
summon. Listen, if you're good at something, don't do it for free.
I mean,
True.
banishing
It's good
banishing
advice.
evil entities. Banishing evil entities from haunted locations would also be pretty cool.
Yeah, but no one will want you to do it. Can you honestly? You honestly
Yeah.
telling me that Carol wants you going to 30 East Drive banishing Fred?
Yeah,
She'd be
no, that's a
well
good point.
pissed off.
If I could do that, what I would do is be more interested in buying the properties from the people that had the haunted properties and then renting them out, because you make so much money from owning a haunted property, which is why no one would want that to happen.
Mm.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
does this go further than like? I think I think it goes further than just solving like murders and stuff. So because you're solving mysteries, right? So,
Mhm.
say like I don't know, you have people come to you like, oh, apparently my great uncle was, I don't know, having an affair. I don't fucking know. And then it's like, and then you just summon them, and you're like, oh, what were you up to? And then they tell them, then you solve a mystery for the family.
And
Uh,
for example, if people pass prematurely and say the son says, "Well, I spoke to him before he died, and
Yeah.
he said that he was going to put me in the will," then you can summon the guy
Yeah.
back and be like, "Did you say this?"
Yeah, true.
Like
Think of
another
the
Game
buried
of Thrones
treasure.
spoilers here, but
Yeah.
House of the Dragon, all of this shit that's going on at the end of the season, that could be solved.
It could. Can't wait for season 2.
Unreal.
And you've also
But
got
there
like
wouldn't be a season 2 if
you
I
could be
do
your
this.
own 23andMe. You
Yeah.
could be like, all right, I'll find out who your great grandmother is. 1 second.
Yeah.
Ding dong.
Find out who your own is.
You're Danish.
Yeah.
You're Danish.
That's it. Yeah, so there's a lot of possibilities there.
Yeah.
You could also do some like betting on some things. Like for example, you could have like your own little PI ghost that like let's use Eurovision for an example.
Controversial.
Like they could
Yeah.
get involved in the discussions on who they're going to vote for. Then they could feed them back to you, and then you can bet on the person that you already know is going to win.
I don't
Where's
follow
the
that. Wait, what?
Where's the
Yeah.
ghost coming into this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Because the ghost is going to go eavesdrop for you. They're your
Oh,
like little
right.
Oh.
PI.
So as a spirit,
Oh.
they'll just appear. Oh, right, I'm with you.
So it'll be like, can you
Right.
go listen to what Azerbaijan? Like, you can have like 50 of them,
Who
and you could be like,
Azerbaijan.
can you go have a listen to what Azerbaijan's going to vote for? And then it's like you start tallying all the votes, and it's like, sick. Switzerland are going to win. Get the bets in. I'm putting £1 million on
Does make
Switzerland,
sense.
and then you're
Yeah.
rich.
I can see the logic. Fair
Yeah.
play. Yeah,
The
no, I'd definitely
possibilities
be.
are endless.
It really is. I'd definitely be summoning stuff for sure.
Yeah, it absolutely is that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's what we try and do on a weekly basis anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
Okay, so next up we have: would you rather spend a night in an abandoned asylum known for its ghostly activity,
Mm.
or a sunken ship rumored to be haunted by its drowned crew? I'm going to
Sunken.
assume this is a ship that sunk and is now washed up on shore.
Right.
I see.
Okay. Fucking hell! I was gonna
just
say.
underwater.
Yeah.
It's
how
an,
on
it's,
earth?
a, it's an abandoned ship that is now on land.
Right. Well, I mean, an abandoned ship is pretty fucking cool. I ain't done a ship, so I'll probably say a ship.
Yeah.
But this does actually highlight something that I would like to talk about. And Lozzie, feel free to clip this. The video clip that one of you put in the drip chat, where they were in the abandoned house and it was booby trapped,
Yeah.
and they
yeah.
saw the trip wire, and so they triggered it from a safe distance, and it is literally like a knife just swung down and would have gone through the person's throat had they have gone up the stairs. And after seeing that, do you ever want to step foot in an abandoned house ever again?
Not particularly.
It's
No,
tainted, isn't it?
It's,
Yeah.
The thing with that is as well, that tripwire could have done anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I know they've seen the knife there, but for all they know, do that tripwire, a load of dynamite goes off underneath your feet.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you never know.
Like,
Scott,
it could
you,
have been like anything.
Scott, you're creative. I'll give you that. At least you know if
Scott's
Scott's ever
actually
booby
setting the
trapping,
booby traps.
he's going explosive.
Yeah.
But that's right.
This is why
it
he
is
doesn't
right.
come to the abandoned investigations, because he's setting up the booby traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's right. But imagine just, oh man, I mean, imagine we're just filming and then just next thing you know, a knife is in someone's throat. Because that's something I didn't even contemplate. But it does make sense for a few
Clickbait, though.
reasons, right? For a few reasons it does make logical sense, because, you know, the sort of people that will stay in there are like squatting or whatever, so they shouldn't be in there. There's probably, forget about like police or people like exploring and stuff. You know, it's shelter, which is what a lot of these homeless people will be seeking, and they probably don't want to give it up to other people. So they set these things up to deter,
themselves.
to injure, to protect, you know, to give like a signal to themselves that someone is in their territory. And so the more I've thought about that clip, the more, because I thought, oh, fuck off, like, you know, that's a, you know, all right, yeah, fair enough. that's like one probably in a million, which it still could be. But then I started really dwelling on it and thinking about it. And I thought, no, if I was in that kind of, scenario, I wouldn't set up a booby trap, but I would certainly, set things up that will make a noise or, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe the odd tripwire, but to actually trip someone over, not to fucking impale them.
I mean,
But
that's-
so it does make a lot of sense, which is terrifying.
the thing with that, I think, is the tripwires that actually activate booby traps is an extreme example. But it could be anything like, a pot of paint on top of a door. You walk in, it swings down and clocks you in the face.
Now we're in Home Alone.
That's that style of the more
Yeah,
simple
no,
thing.
absolutely.
You move a loft hatch and they put like a bowling ball on top of it.
Yeah. Or, they put a bucket
Again.
above a door, but it's got bleach in it.
That's
Yeah.
much better
Not
than
that
mine.
I'm giving
Acid.
people ideas. I'm just saying.
Innit? Why are we brainstorming?
I mean,
Yeah.
You've technically been. Was it the paper mill where they had all the holes in the floor that had like?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were covered in
Well,
clothes.
This
clothes
is what I
over
was
them?
thinking.
That's
when I
almost
first
essentially
saw,
a booby trap.
Yeah. When I first saw that video and I thought back to the abandoned locations that we've been, that's the one that freaked me
Yeah.
out the most.
Yeah.
Is that's the kind of place they would have done that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not being funny, one of them did stab someone that went in the building. So,
Yeah, that's it.
what's to stop them from setting up a knife? I think abandoned buildings are so dangerous because of the
They're so fucking
people
cool, though,
that could
aren't
be in there. I know. It's worth
does
it.
kind of-
Fuck it.
this does kind
I
of
get
make me
stabbed
think
in the
that-
throat.
It's just
That's
something
it.
up until now we very much have underestimated abandoned buildings.
Yeah, I still, next abandoned building we go to, I still want to, because I think I could make this work. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It just get cut. But I want to try do like a recon by sending a drone through a window and doing a little scout
Look for booby
around.
traps.
So, because
Yeah.
I think rather than us entering the building and doing a sweep first, let's send in a machine that.
I mean, imagine how scary that would be. Though you send the drone through, it turns a corner, and someone swings at it with a baseball bat.
Well, then you know.
But yeah,
you-
then don't go in the building.
Yeah.
And you got some cool footage, although it does save to
That's
a
true.
memory card on the thing. But
Screen record your phone as you're doing it.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, so there's possibilities.
Yeah.
There's possibilities there.
The bare minimum, we should be sitting outside of the building for an hour to see if there's any movement. That's like the
Yeah.
bare minimum.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
But every
is
time we
fair.
do it, we get there and we're like, let's just go in.
Yeah, it's because also, with the risk of being caught, thrown out, etc., you kind of want to get in, get it done, and get out.
Mm.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very valid observation.
Yeah.
So, what were the options again?
It was abandoned asylum or sunken ship.
I think a sunken ship on shore, which isn't sunken, would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, a formerly sunken ship.
Yeah, because that's really cool. That's definitely
My
really cool.
personal vote would be the asylum because
Oof.
they just go off for activity.
Yeah, true.
Also
They
valid.
go
But I'm going for the boat just because we haven't done one.
true. I'd love to
Okay.
do the Queen Mary. That would be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I want to do the one in Bristol as well, which is nowhere near the size of the Queen Mary, but it's
Oh.
still pretty cool.
Nice.
Didn't even know there
Tad,
was one.
tad pricey.
Right, let's do one more.
One more.
Let's see
Okay.
what we got.
I'm gonna skip the next one because it's a bit boring. So if this is our last one, we'll go on to this one. Would you rather be able to talk to animals, but be haunted by the ghosts of extinct species, or have the ability to see into the future, but be followed by the spirits of those who died tragically?
Jesus.
Many
Okay,
things.
that does kind of suck, actually.
Imagine the first one. You're just haunted by hundreds of thousands of T-Rexes.
Yeah, that's the thing. So you could talk to your dog who died, but you turn around and there's like a queue of T-Rexes behind you.
Yeah, but then the other one is not exactly the same, but you still get followed by potentially hundreds of thousands of people who have
Yeah.
been brutally murdered.
The other
Yeah.
one, yes,
Yeah,
I can
man.
see the lottery numbers for next week, but there are
Okay,
also
yeah, I'll choose that one
billions of people behind me. Just like, yeah, I don't think there's really a good answer there.
It's,
wonder
it's
how
tricky.
many statistically have died tragically. Like
A
a
lot.
lot of people die
In
tragically.
the existence of the planet,
Innit?
Yeah.
Almost
quite a
everyone.
number.
And they'd be
prior to like
pretty
the
traumatized
1900s
as well.
will have died tragically because
And I
they
guess-
didn't go very nicely back then, did they?
And I guess the extinct species, it doesn't say every, and every one of that extinct species. It's just an extinct species.
Oh, one of each.
Yeah, so like,
So it's the one T-Rex.
or like you're
One
just being
T-Rex,
followed by a
one woolly mammoth.
dodo. It's just like wank,
That would be quite funny, actually. I'd be okay with that.
wank. It's like shut the fuck up. He's like, I'm glad you're extinct. Wank.
Have you, just a side note, have you heard what T-Rexes actually sound like?
Yeah.
Terrifying.
It's horrific.
I would
It's
love.
not
so
heard.
nightmare
I would
fuel.
love to play it right now, but the bullshit YouTube copyright will have a field day.
Just go on
Um,
TikTok and type in T-Rex actual sound, and it'll
Yeah,
come
it's
up.
fucking scary.
It's
They were
horrid.
they were more they're literally like the ancestors of birds, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
chickens.
Yeah, and but it's just very creepy.
I mean,
That is
So-
the chicken is the closest relative to a T-Rex that we have left. That
That's
is
crazy.
actually true,
And now we eat them.
Yeah.
isn't it? I
Wow.
wonder
How
if
the mighty have
T-Rex was
fallen.
just like a bloody huge.
Oh,
KFC.
but yeah,
chickens. Oh.
T-Rex just tasted the
Jurassic
fucking-
fried chicken.
Ooh,
T-Rex bucket.
Oh my god, I could
Nice.
probably get through a whole T-Rex.
Oh, yeah. Sort of barbecue
How
I'd
much
go
would
to.
it be? 20.99 with 5 chips and a Coke.
yeah.
Supercharger sauce.
I mean, there are
That's
some
it.
terrifying extinct creatures as well, though.
Saber-toothed
so-
tiger. That would suck.
Ground sloth.
If it was the one from Madagascar, it wouldn't.
What? Madagascar?
Ice Age?
Ice Age, I think you mean.
Ice Age, that's the one.
I've seen Madagascar a few times. That's mostly penguins.
That's
I'm
alright,
talking
innit?
about the sexy saber-toothed tiger from Ice Age.
Oh, for fuck's
Yeah, you
sake.
go.
He can
What's
follow-
sexy about that? Oh no.
He can follow me around any day.
Jesus Christ.
God. I don't think I've ever heard Diego described as the sexy
His name's Diego.
saber-toothed tiger.
What do you want from a character?
Fuck's
Anyway,
sake.
should we end the podcast?
Well,
Yeah,
we
Ice Age short.
we should, but I forgot to post for a Patreon question of the day,
Oh.
and I've just emergency put in the Duty Rhino chat, which is on the Patreon. It's like a WhatsApp chat within Patreon. If you want to become a patron, £1 a month. And we don't have a question of the day. However, Scott and Maya, you are
I was going to
patrons.
say that.
So do you have a question so that we can loophole the Patreon question of the day week
Okay.
pod?
Let's both think, and then whoever comes up with the first one.
Philip
gets
Meyer
one.
should probably give them, considering I've just gone through 8.
Scott's got a question and he is a patron, so it counts. What you got?
Okay, so if you could meet the ghost of a famous person from history and spend a day with them, who are you picking?
I know what mine is.
Could smirk away immediately.
What?
Put that smirk away.
I'm not smirking because now my answer is fucked. Well, obviously
Go
it's
on.
going to be Adolf Hitler, innit? Because you
Yeah,
got to
I
be
was-
like, mate, what the fuck is that about? Ich Steiner, it's like, whoa.
That's
Yeah.
like he was reincarnated then.
There you
I
go.
wasn't expecting
No,
the
I'll
impression.
tell you what, a few reasons. A, just to ask what the fuck that was all about. And also, B, did you actually commit suicide in that bunker? Or did you
Mhm.
escape to Argentina? To Colonia
There you go.
Dignidad? And then I'd spend, well, I've got 24 hours with him, so I'd spend 23 hours having a chat. And then that last hour, I'd just give him a fucking hiding. And then I'll be like, not only did I speak to Hitler, I beat the shit out of him.
Fair.
Yeah,
That is fair.
yeah. What
Oh,
about
dear.
you guys?
Bloody, I don't even know. I mean, part of me did want to go for Hitler,
Yeah.
Mhm.
but then I knew when you smirked, and when Mike called it, I was like,
Like, I just
well,
want
he's gone
to,
for Hitler.
I just want everyone to know there was no relation smirk to fucking Hitler. Okay.
You went like this.
Well,
No,
that's more of a
'cause I was-
gun.
No, I think I was thinking about beating him up. All right.
All right.
I think that's a good reason to smile, to be
No,
fair. I'll
the
let you
smirk-
know.
Great
the smirk
save.
wasn't like I'm excited. The smirk was like this is gonna be controversial.
No, I think I just appreciated the question.
It was a good question, to be fair. I'll give you
Thank
that.
you. That was. My, who you...
I don't know yet.
Okay, it was my question. Why have I complimented you?
Scott,
Oh, me.
who are you choosing, Scott?
Oh, Billy the Kid.
Don't know who that is. Lozzie, who are you? Who the fuck is Billy the Kid?
Yeah, who's that? Who's that?
Cowboy from history.
A what?
A cowboy from history.
Cowboy. Right.
Nice.
Nice. Who would Lozzie
Uh,
want to meet? Let me think.
Begins with S.
Not who.
Is it me?
Stalin.
Oh, that makes sense.
Nah, look, I just wanted to be nice juxtaposition to Hitler, but
It's gonna have like a double night out.
double
Get them all
date.
together.
That's it.
That's it. Not that I'd really understand anything that he was saying because he's far too intelligent for me, but Einstein, probably.
Nice. Nice, yeah.
I don't know what we'd do, like remedial math.
That's
You
it.
can teach me a thing or two.
Yeah.
Maya, who you choosing?
I would pick. I'll die.
Ah, I see it. The People's
Oh,
Princess.
that's it.
The People's Princess.
Died before, like 2 days before I was born. So
Oh.
be like meeting me in a past life. No, I would like to meet her. The new People's Princess, of course. I would like to meet her because I would like to find out what she knew
Oh,
to see if there was a reason that they could have potentially.
Phillips.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I've got a quick question about this. Do we go back in time before they die, or do we just spend an evening with them as a ghost?
yeah.
I'd say as a ghost.
As
I
a
was going to
ghost.
say.
But also, I just want to also add a little thing as well. They are totally cool and understand that they're dead. You know, it's not like,
Yeah.
oh,
Right.
I'm dead. ah."
So
Yeah.
so Jordan's beating the fuck out of Hitler's ghost.
Yeah, that is
Right,
correct.
that's fair.
That
That's
is
fair.
correct.
I'm
I was going
spending
to
a day
say
with a ghostly cowboy.
Pretty
That's
gangster.
alright. that
Nice.
is pretty gangster.
Because
If
they
it-
like they know they're dead, so they're like, for example, with Princess Diana, if she did know anything, she's got no incentive to not
Yeah.
spill the tea, as it were,
Mm-hmm.
because she's
Nice.
already
And-
dead.
Are we meeting these people with the knowledge they had up until the point they died?
Yeah.
I assume.
I would
Yeah.
say so.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
And
In
nothing
that case, yeah.
newer.
I might also, if I didn't go for Billy the Kid, Oppenheimer, I feel like
Mm.
Nice.
would be a good
Yeah.
one just to get a sit down interview
The
with,
nukes. Yeah.
Get him on the pod.
try and see what that actually
Get
did
one.
to him, like mentally.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, there we go. There we go. Now we know who would chat to.
Yep.
Who would I feel like I should have a nice option as well. Who would my nice option be?
For non investigative purposes, who's would everyone?
Just to hang,
Non-investigative.
hang out with.
As
Or
in,
just
like,
to hang out
you
with.
wanted to meet
There's
Hitler.
no
because you
ulterior
wanted to know
motive.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Like, who's dead that you would have loved to have met?
okay.
Like, for
that's cool.
example, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Oh man, that's tricky.
I mean, I've got an answer for this one, but he did only
Please.
die this year.
That's fine. Who is it?
So Toby Keith, the country singer, would be my
You've got a
answer.
theme going on here.
Don't know
Yeah.
who that is, but that doesn't detract.
All these
Biden.
questions, he could wear the cowboy snapback in every single one of these scenarios.
Yeah.
True.
So it makes
I
sense.
think that's the thing. Scott's just looking for occasions where it'd be appropriate to wear the cowboy snapback. So he's traveling back to the Wild West, and he's meeting two dead cowboys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If I owned one, I'd do the same thing. So
Who the fuck would I choose? I can't think of people who have died.
That's why I went for someone who died
I
recently.
mean, there's more of them than
Michael
people
Jackson?
alive.
That's true. Well,
Mm.
Michael Jackson.
I feel
Is he
then
dead?
you start trying
Is he?
controversy. Then you have to start trying to slip in investigative questions, though. I feel like that would
True.
turn into an investigation after a while. You should be like,
True.
oh,
True.
well, I've got you here, Michael.
Do you mind? What was your
No,
little
like,
What are we
Like-
talking? Spit with the
What-
beans.
While I got you here, Michael, Dirty Diana is a masterpiece. That's what I'd say.
Right.
I just feel like there's someone dead that I feel like I would have got on with, but I don't know who that is. Like, I feel like I'd be, and I know that Maya and Scott will appreciate
Maya.
this, because I know they're quite big fans at the moment. But he's not dead, so. But I've always just thought that me and Post Malone would really
That's
get on.
so weird. When I thought of this question, I thought of Post Malone as well.
I
and
thought
that's
of
not
Post
a good
Malone
thing.
straight away, but that's because I
Yeah.
always thought he was going to join the 27 Club, but fortunately,
Yeah,
he hasn't. Or is he old enough? Oh, shit.
and he's also a
No, he's
country
28.
singer. So
Good. Yeah, he's now a country singer. But yeah, I've always just thought me and Posty would get on well.
Yeah.
The key issue with this is he isn't dead.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You keep thinking, get
I
another
don't want to
answer.
sound gutted. 'cause
It's
I
a bit
mocked it a lot.
selfish to wish that he was dead. So
I
you could have
don't
him.
wish
Yeah.
that he
Well,
was dead.
I'm just saying.
When Post Malone watches this episode of the podcast, he's gonna be fucking not happy.
And it's going to be like, do you know what? I really wanted to meet that guy because I thought we'd get on really well, but he wants me dead, so I'm not going to. And then that's how fucked it, really.
How bad do you want to meet him? Is you'd
That'd be
sacrifice
quite
his
cool.
life
To meet him.
Put a fucking hit on
You're
him.
so kind.
That's it. I think I know who it would be. I know who it would be because I think it would be funny. I think it would be incredibly insightful and quite philosophical and sad.
It's the same answer as the first question.
Yeah. No, Robin Williams.
Oh,
You're fucking joking.
is that yours?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
No.
Fuck's sake.
Jordan's answered like 6 times as well.
You pick someone who's fucking alive and then you steal my fucking. Oh, that's it. Oh, fucking hell.
Okay, Lol's backup answer. Go.
I don't know. Someone who's actually dead would help.
That Jordan hasn't already listed.
Yeah. I don't know. He died. Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at
fan
the
are
fact
you,
she's
or-
dead.
That
I'm
was
laughing.
fine.
I'm laughing at how you said it.
Honestly, like, given the choice, take it or leave it. But now pushed into a corner, Amy Winehouse.
What about little
It
Kurt,
does
Kurt
my mind.
Cobain?
I was thinking about Kurt Cobain, but
True, yeah. I'll have that instead.
apparently,
Fuck her off.
according to those around him, he was completely devoid of emotion, which I think
Oh.
would be quite interesting to be around.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's yeah, fuck.
Well, mine would be Captain Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one.
Great choice.
Yeah,
Good way
with
to-
Cheddar as well.
nice. So you're taking 2 now, fair.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
one of them's a fucking dog.
Yeah,
Alright?
she's taking the one
They
you didn't
come as a
use when you picked
pair.
the guy who's alive.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
exactly.
fucking hell. That's
That's
not my one.
true. That's true.
Exactly. And since Lozzie said he could take or leave his, I thought I'd just take it.
Yeah. It blows
Philip
my
was better.
mind that apart from Maya, we are older than what Amy Winehouse was. Scott, how
Oh, yeah.
old are you?
Same age as Maya.
Apart from Scott and Maya, I thought you were 28. Don't know why. Apart from Lozzie, we're older than Amy Winehouse was. But obviously, when Amy Winehouse was alive, we were like 12. So it just doesn't feel right.
Nah.
Me and Lozzie could still join the 27 Club. No, me and
Could
Scott.
Yes. I mean, I'd love for that to be true.
I wish I'd have joined it.
Put a zipper. No, what is it? What are they? Not a Zippo, is it? What's the what? It's just a
The
thick-
white
a
Bic?
bic. Is it a bic? Like yeah, stick a bic in
Yeah.
my pocket and a bullet in my brain. I'm joining the club.
See you
That's
later.
deep, bro.
What?
Jesus.
You still
And
got
on that
time.
note-
You still got time.
True. Cool. So I think
Anyway,
I let
Jordan,
that sit
that
there
was
for
a death threat.
what?
Jordan's gonna kill
Yeah,
me
watch your
when I
back.
turn 27.
Watch your back.
I turned 27 this year.
Nice.
me too.
Who turns 27 first?
Based
And-
on
Me.
Maya's aging and me, I do too.
That's it. It's true.
The wedding is far 10 odd days before I turn 28, so it could be a little red
Oof.
wedding sitch.
Let's go.
That's it.
Wow.
We'll live stream it.
More Game of Thrones spoilers. I'm rewatching it at the minute, which is why Game of Thrones managed to come up
That's
4
it.
times
It's hype.
during this podcast.
It's hype. But there we go.
What
Great
did you
question,
say?
Scott. I said it's hype.
Oh, it's hype. It's hype.
Great question, Scott. Good save on the Patreon question of the week.
Mhm.
Patrons, up your game. And by up your game, I mean
Ask
I'll
them.
ask you. But yeah, next week, Psychic Detectives. Maybe the week after that, just straight up true crime. We'll see. All right, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Guys, thank you for joining me. Lozzie, thank you for joining with a broken microphone.
That's it.
See ya!
Bye.